It's me, MLB. Here is Torn Down the Middle Chapter 9, and this one is titled About Your Quirk. At the end of school, you waited for Bakugou at the gates. Aw, waiting for your boyfriend, Mina teased. I wish I could tell them. This is killing my life. Yup, he replied bluntly. Because who wouldn't want a blonde sparkler to walk them home? Mina snorted. I have no idea how many names you have on tap for him, but let's see how long this book goes for and see if you can keep it up for the entire time. Book? You asked. Never mind, babe. Enjoy the Baku boy, she said with a bright smile and a wave as she ran off. You grunted. Oi. Bakugou's deep voice drew your attention as he walked up beside you. My auntie's stalking me. We need to walk home together to satisfy her for now. You looked back behind him and saw her duck down behind a bush. Ah, yep, she has the subtlety of a freight train, you snorted with amusement and turned back to Bakugou. Okay, let's go, you added, promptly walking off. You walked together in silence for a bit before he spoke. So what's his stupid quirk anyway? Yes, you replied. Huh? Yes, my quirk is stupidity and I have nailed it perfectly, he said proudly. A smirk pulled at Bakugou's lips, but he looked away so you couldn't see it. As annoying as this chick is, her carefree attitude's refreshing, he thought. Yeah, I know that. What's your actual quirk though? He asked, genuine curiosity in his voice. Hypergravity, you replied without looking at him. It's the opposite of Uraraka's quirk. She makes things float, I make things heavy. How's it work? He grunted. You reached out and touched him. Suddenly it was as if he had had a ton of bricks thrown onto him, and he crumpled to the ground, unable to move or lift a finger. Friggin' bitch, get your quirk off me, he gasped, even his breathing becoming heavy. The best thing about this quirk is I can manipulate it with my emotions, you said happily, thinking happy thoughts and watching as Bakugou was able to lift himself slightly as he felt the immense weight relieved slightly. When I think happy thoughts, I can lighten the force, but if I think bad or angry thoughts... He shrank back down to the ground again, with a groan as the air was forced from his lungs. Turn it off, he snarled through ragged breaths. You need to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to get it to deactivate. He slowly turned his head and glared at you, looking to see your face to determine if you were serious or joking. You stood there, straight-faced. He hesitated. I'm kidding, you cackled and reached out to touch him, deactivating the quirk instantly. He collapsed to the ground and gasped for air, his airways finally free to take deep breaths. Good quirk, huh? You pried, looking for a little recognition. He just glared at you with his piercing red eyes. Before you ask how I got into UA, I'm not smart, but I scored high in the entrance exam. I froze a fair number of robots on the spot and they couldn't move. I even managed to crush one completely because I got mad that it could still move after I'd applied my quirk. You laughed. So that's why you're borderline bipolar, Bakugou commented. Me? What does that relate to? Being able to manipulate your quirk with your emotions, he added. I prefer hypermobile emotional fluidity, but whatever blows your goat, I guess, you said, waiting for him to get up. Finally he lifted himself up and you both continued on. You made idle chat as you continued, and although he wasn't an amazing conversationalist, he eased up slightly on the harsh words, and you found that you had some movies and music in common. All too soon you got to your house. Thanks for walking me home, you said stiffly as you got to the front door of your place. Just doing what a boyfriend would do, he replied dismissively as he turned sharply to head down the street. See ya, he added with a raised hand, not bothering to look back at you. You shook your head and walked inside. A few weeks went by, and Bakugou and you had not really made a lot of progress, but you made the occasional attempt to look affectionate. Your main objective was to talk to Todoroki as much as humanly possible. Todoroki was quiet, but a sweetheart, and you loved that he didn't back down whenever your dyspeptic golden retriever ended up on scene and tried to get between you. One afternoon, Mina and Jirou were on your case particularly hard when you couldn't hold it in anymore. Okay, listen, I have something to tell you, you said in a harsh whisper, looking around. The classroom was empty, as it was lunchtime, and the three of you had ended up back there because it was hot outside. Bakugou and I aren't really dating. We're just pretending, you said lowly with a sigh. What? They both shrieked. Shh, you hissed. Keep it down. But why? Mina hissed. Why are you faking? It's a long story, You sighed. We both have reasons. For me, I only need to do this for 6 months. For him, I don't know, not my problem. Jirou nodded. Well, we're here for you, yeah. We're your friends. You can count on us if you need anything. Mina slung her arm across Jirou's shoulders. Yeah, same goes for me too, she said with her signature brilliant smile. Thanks, guys, you said with a relieved sigh. But please, keep it on the DL. Gotcha, Mina replied with thumbs up and a wink. You smiled. Oh, hey, by the way, we have swimming carnival coming up, Mina said with a grin. Swimming carnival? You screeched. I don't do swimming carnivals. Oh, come on, babe. We need you. You don't need to be good at it. We just need participants. You groaned. I guess I do owe you one for keeping my secret, you grumbled, looking down at the ground. Oh, that's the spirit, she squealed. It's in 2 weeks, so we have lots of time to practice. And there's the end of chapter 9. Stay tuned for chapter 10 coming tomorrow.